The story of Cardi B is a come-up story unlike any other. Starting out as a stripper from the Bronx to becoming one of, if not the most popular artist of this generation. She's climbed to the top of the charts, broken records, and taken home awards. She had been involved in a highly publicized marriage to Offset, then a breakup, and of course the birth of their daughter, Culture. She's taken the stage on television's most prestigious shows, bringing them in record-breaking numbers, all the while she acted as an ambassador for the talent coming up off of social media. She also spawned millions of memes and given the world plenty of catchphrases. It was her candid and honest personality, her embracing all the realities of herself during her come-up, which made her America's sweetheart overnight and an artist who won't be going anywhere anytime soon. So for those of you who are just starting to fall in love with Cardi, or if you just wanted to know more about her lavish lifestyles, mansions all over the globe, and the unknown details about her rise to fame, well, here we go. Cardi B was born Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar on October 11, 1992 in New York City. Her father is Dominican and her mother is Trinidadian. Her father was a cab driver and her mother was a cashier. The two would eventually split up during Cardi's youth. She gained the nickname Bacardi as a result of her sister's first name being Hennessy. She later would shorten it to Cardi B, and the meaning of the B changes each day depending on how she's feeling. At the age of 8, her family relocated from Manhattan District to Washington Heights to the boogie-down Bronx and started attending 6th grade in the Bronx when she was 11, where she was first exposed to the vulgar language of her peers. This is also when she started getting into fights, recalling at least 12 or 13 fistfights in her youth. Raised in the Highbridge neighborhood, Cardi and Hennessy were surrounded by the harsh realities of urban life. Cardi once described a story where her and her father were driving and a man dropped on the street in front of them. She later got mixed up with the Bloods. Cardi attended Renaissance High School for Musical Theater and Technology in the Bronx, and although she's admitted that she would often skip class to go to hood parties, when she did attend school, she was your typical class clown and also performed in school plays. Cardi held several low-end jobs as a youth, including a brief stint working at an Amish market on the Lower East Side. At the time, Cardi was living with a controlling and abusive boyfriend in his apartment shared with his mother, a couple of pit bulls, and sleeping on a mattress littered with bed bugs. When she was fired from her job at the market after giving a customer a discount, her manager gave her some helpful advice suggesting that she try stripping. She went from making $250 a week to $300 on her very first shift, and as she moved from the thug clubs to the rich downtown New York locations, she was able to start living a comfortable lifestyle. Around 2013, Cardi began uploading videos to both Instagram and Vine. Her blunt sense of humor as well as an honest nature quickly gained her an audience. A shout out from Bobby Shmurda would be her first big break. With a rise in popularity and some disposable income, Cardi decided to invest in her appearance, opting for a boob job and some illegal injections put into her behind. As her numbers on Instagram grew, new opportunities came her way and she went from dancing in clubs to hosting club events. She'd always told herself that she wouldn't be dancing by the age of 25, and by 23, she had landed a big break that would allow her to do so. Cardi B was cast on Love and Hip Hop New York, a minor role but quickly stole the show. After gaining clout on television and social media, Cardi gambled huge on her own ambitions to become a rapper and invested all of her savings into making it happen. In March of 2016, her first mixtape Gangster Bitch Music Volume 1 dropped, and this was followed by Volume 2 in 2017. She was quickly being compared to artists like Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. From here, Cardi B's online buzz continued to snowball and audiences were eager for a full-length album. While building up anticipation, the social media star was invited on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. On September 25, 2017, Bodak Yellow reached #1 on the Billboard charts, and following this, Atlantic Records dropped on her contract estimated to be worth $5 million. In the coming years, Cardi would solidify herself as one of the biggest entertainers in the world, and with that came all the perks one could imagine. After 2 years of house hunting, Cardi B and Offset found their dream mansion in Buckhead, Atlanta. We don't know the exact price the couple paid for the mansion, but on the real estate site, its value is listed at over $5.7 million. So let's assume Cardi and Offset paid that. Cardi B and Offset's new mansion is 22,500 square feet and was built back in 2006. It sits on 6 acres of fully private land with beautiful landscaping and gardens surrounding it. There are 5 beds, 7 baths, and 4 half baths. Cardi and Offset's Atlanta mansion has a beautiful winding staircase and a bunch of different rooms on the main floor, including a library which can also double as an office space. Moving upstairs, we can see more of the bedrooms. There's even what the real estate calls the second master because it's so huge. There's also a room upstairs Cardi already picked to be the kids' playroom, so I'm sure the couple is planning on growing their family very soon. Each bedroom even has its own private bathroom too. Offset will also have a second man cave after placing dibs on the massive basement because he's also got a 4-car garage. Outside of Cardi and Offset's new mansion on their 6 acres of land, you'll find an infinity pool and, of course, tons of grassy land surrounded by trees. We also know that this mega mansion isn't the only real estate that the couple owns. Cardi bought a home in New York for her mom back in 2018 that cost her around $2 million. And as far as we know, her mom's still living there. Cardi and Offset also put some money down for some land in the Atlanta suburb of Jonesboro, actually purchasing half a street. The area wasn't too expensive, and apparently the couple only paid over $200K for 5 houses and a plot of property. I think some of the houses still have tenants renting them out, but we're unsure of what the couple has planned for this land. I think now that they found their dream home, maybe the street was just an investment. Cardi B has been long imagining herself owning a rental property, and now that day has finally arrived. This 7-bedroom, 7-bathroom mansion situated on 8,000 square feet of hillside had previously been on the market for a listed price of $1.49 million. This 4-story residence is located in a private and gated community in the resort town of Las Terrenas that boasts 3 outdoor tennis courts, private beach access, and even its own helipad. Moving on to the property itself, this home features not 1, but 2 primary entrances. Once you've stepped foot inside, you'll quickly come to realize that one of the coolest things about this home is how much it embraces its surrounding landscape by using mostly natural materials throughout the home's interior construction. The gorgeous texture of exposed wood is what especially stands out as a pop of color against the otherwise white walls of the inside of the home. And nowhere is this any clearer than when you're looking at the central staircase that, quite simply put, can take your breath away with its expert craftsmanship. Further into the home, the kitchen offers up a double fridge alongside the standard appliances like a microwave, burner gas stove, and island bar with a classic seating arrangement. The nearby dining room is connected to the kitchen and offers breathtaking views of the surrounding area thanks to its floor-to-ceiling windows. Moving on to the living room, things might look a little cramped in here, but there's no shortage of seating options. And that flat-screen television is almost always going to have some steep competition with the dramatic views going on just outside the nearby sliding door. Of the 7 bedrooms that are available, I don't think anyone's going to feel put out if one room gets claimed before another because they're almost all the same size. But I will say that whoever winds up with a bedroom that walks directly out to the lap pool is definitely the winner in my book. And hey, up on the roof of the building, there's even more going on. I'm talking a rooftop infinity pool with built-in lounge chairs, fountains, and picturesque views of the surrounding lush greenery. There's also the aforementioned smaller-sized lap pool that's available for those of us looking to be a little more active-minded during our downtime. Finally, there's a rooftop dining area that comes complete with a grill, sink, and overhead awning for those rare nights when that island weather isn't cooperating with whatever you have planned for the evening. Oh, and did I mention the gym? Because yeah, that's up there too. Last but not least, the property also features an individual 1-bedroom studio that has its own living room, bedroom, and bathroom. I think it's safe to say she's set for life. Thanks for checking out this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and leave a comment for who you'd like for us to feature next.